Good evening, BC. Dave the Pickup Artist. Like a lot of you, I've spent a lot of time at home, and like a lot of you, I've been using that time to organize my Discogs account and, of course, my collection. I got a couple of collection finds, finds I completely forgot that I had. Found a lot of interesting stuff. Some CCR first pressings that I didn't know I had. And logged those in. And I also have an Amazon psychedelic snack that I got the other day. So that's very cool. One of the first things I came across was, a couple months ago I showed the first Grand Funk live album. What I stumbled on this time around was their second live album, Caught in the Act. Now, this came out 75, I think it was about 6 years after the first one. Now where we are with the band now is this is after they've had all their hits. Now the first live album, they didn't really, they were just kind of starting out. I think they had 2 albums before that, studio albums. But yeah, this is a 2-record deal. And as you can see, there are now 4 members of the band. They've added a keyboard percussionist whose name is Greg Frost. And as you can also see on there, they've added the Funkettes, a backup singing duo. Just like Ike and Tina Turner had the Ikettes, Grand Funk Railroad had the Funkettes. This is really good. I didn't think I would like this as much as their first one, because their first one was a little bit more raw and they were starting out, but this is just as good. It's got a lot of their hits on it that they had, but they're rocking versions of their hits. So yeah, we got there's a lot going on here. That's the label. This is the front cover is kind of one of those textured deals, and early first pressings didn't have the railroad. It was just Grand Funk / Caught in the Act. But yeah, this is great. I like it. I don't know which one I like better. They're both, I give them both 4 lava lamps. They do a great rockin' version of Locomotion on here too. But yeah, glad to add that. Another one I found, Jeff Beck Group, Rough and Ready, and they've got the quadraphonic treatment on this one. This is one of several albums they put out on the quadraphonic system. Now, pull it out, the insert, first of all, the label is on the Epic quadraphonic label. And you've also got a lot of information here on 4-channel systems. I haven't read all of this yet, but information on how to get a decoder. And here you've got more information, and in addition, some of the albums that were released on this quadraphonic collection. That sounds great. Meant to be played on 4 channels through 4 speakers. Yeah, this isn't the original Jeff Beck Group. This is, I think, the second incarnation. And in this band, they had Cozy Powell, who I think is a dead ringer for Jeff Beck. I don't know. Cozy Powell was in a ton of bands. British drummer. He was in Rainbow, Black Sabbath, ELP. Actually, it was Emerson, Lake, and Powell. Palmer was, I don't know, getting his hair done. And it's a great album. Great album. I've been seeing some a sticker string going around on the VC lately. So I stumbled on this one. Does anybody remember The Nice Price? $4.99. That's how much records were in like the late 70s, early 80s when I got this. Elvis Costello on the Attractions, Armed Forces. I love that album cover. Back cover is elephants for some reason. I don't know what happened there. I used to like I still like Elvis Costello, but I liked him when he was in the Attractions, when they were first starting out. I saw him on. I saw the performance on Saturday Night Live where Elvis Costello got banned, and I thought I'd check him out. And I like this album. I've always liked this album. So yeah, I don't listen to it that much anymore, but it's got What's So Funny About Peace, Love, and Understanding on it. And this is the Boring Columbia label, so I won't show that. I got 3 words for you. Emerge the Litter. That's right, Emerge the Litter. Actually, the name of the band is called The Litter. This is their 3rd album, 1969. And as you can see, the band, The Litter, is emerging from what looks to be a dumpster. There's a track listing. There's a couple of covers on here. Buffalo, Springfield, and I used to think that Little Red Book was written by Arthur Lee, but it's actually written by Burt Bacharach. I didn't know that. This is a very loud psychedelic band. Check these guys out. I think one of the brains behind the band is Jay Worthington Kane, who plays bass, fuzz bass, and special effects. So all the weirdness on this album is probably can be attributed to that gentleman. Now they were the Litter were a Minnesota band, and they were very popular regionally. They had a hit off their first album called Action Woman. I think their first album was called Distortions. And this is actually their 3rd. Their 2nd album is called, I don't know what their 2nd album was called, but on the inner sleeve here, we've got a little bit of a introduction from, it says Psyche from WOPA-FM, inviting us to treat our minds, our souls, and our bodies to the litter. So yeah, this guy is from a radio station, and back then local regional bands did a lot of promos with radio stations. I'm sure you've all seen WKRP in Cincinnati, but one time, one of the venues they played a lot was the Chicago's Electric Theater, which was ground zero. If you wanted to see a psychedelic band in Chicago in '68, you go to the Electric Theater. Tons of great bands played there. The Who, but a radio station was doing a promo where they had like a battle of the bands type deal to see what band was louder, The Litter or Blue Cheer. Now, you'd think Blue Cheer, that's the loudest band ever. But actually, according to what I read from the website, is that The Litter won the competition. But those were a lot of fun. I used to have a lot of fun with radio promos and concerts, battles of the band. I remember a promo in Cleveland where a DJ blew up disco records, you know, just stuff like that, craziest giveaways. But yeah, I love this stuff. This is a great band. Kind of hard rock psychedelia. Fuzz is out there, and I am happy to emerge with the litter. So yeah, that's very cool. I like this. I'm looking forward to getting their other LPs also. There's 2 other LPs, and their singles. Maybe the 45s would be cool too. But yeah, that was my big pickup of the week. Yeah, very cool. I did look into that Electric Theater in Chicago and did some. There's a website called Setlist, and I looked up. You know that it was only the Electric Theater in the 1968 to 1969, and then they changed the name. But it's very interesting to read about all the bands that played there. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. I mean, what else are you gonna do? You know, with all this going on. But hope everybody is well, and I will see you again. Dave the Pickup Artist with you. Have a good weekend.